Hello, welcome to this mini-series where I talk about eating disorder related topics just for a few minutes, just with questions that you guys have asked or things that I want to talk about. So today I'm going to talk about why some people lose their period because of an eating disorder, the cause of it, but also like how I got mine back. So the reason why you lose your period while you're in energy deficiency is because your body doesn't think that you can produce a child, and it thinks that producing a child is more harmful than helpful. It thinks that if you manage to produce this child, the child will not survive anyway, so it's no point in wasting energy in producing a child because you barely have enough energy to survive. It's also a lot about like the fat is like transporting the hormones that you need, estrogen and stuff like that, and that's why when it gets too low, it's stopping. Why your period is important is not only because you might want to have a child in the future, because I remember I was thinking like, I'm not gonna have children anyway, I don't want my period, and if I want to, there will probably be a solution in the future. But it's actually important for so much more, and I learned that the hard way. Hormones that you have in your body when you have a period, it's also helping with building up your bones somehow. Don't quote me on this. It has something to do with your bones, and if you don't have your period, you get weak bones. And I learned that the hard way because I had a stress fracture and couldn't run for a long time. Injuries are never fun, but when you know that you kind of caused them yourself with this thing that you're like you can't let go of, it gets really hard. And when you know that like the only way to fix this is to eat more, and that's your biggest fear, you kind of realize that you need to do something. It's also like if you're not a runner and you're not an athlete and you don't have a reason to have healthy bones, you can always think of like the future and the way you want to be healthy when you're old, because it has the same process. When you get old, you get weak bones because you don't have a period. Now, not having a period while you're young is worse because your bones build up until the age of around 20. When you have not had a period in that age, you can't build your bones as strong as someone that have had a period in that age. So for me, my story is that I got my period in the summer, I think, or autumn of 2017, and I had my period for like 2 times before I got my eating disorder. So it kind of like from the start I knew that I had a period and I was going to have a period, but I didn't have it for long before I started messing around with food and stuff. Because the period is kind of sensitive in the start, I lost it like very quick, and I was already kind of skinny from the beginning, so me not eating enough, it kind of got bad quite quick. It was like 4 months and then I started to pass out, so that means that I lost my period very early into anorexia. My first period that I got back was May 2021. After that, I had my period like not regular. It was kind of messed up. And my period has only been regular like the past year, so summer 2022. It can take a while. You shouldn't feel guilt for losing your period because of an eating disorder, because you need to understand that it is a disorder and you can't just eat. Like, it's easy to tell someone like just eat, but it's not like that. And I think it can be hard to understand for people that haven't had an eating disorder what it's like, and that it's not just like eating. I needed to change location. This roof is very rusty. It feels like something can fall down and kill me at any point, but what do you not do for the content? It's so windy outside, I can't film outside. So losing your period is not normal. It's not supposed to happen. You need to get it back. You need to understand that eating disorders are dangerous, and over 10% die. Losing your period can be also like motivation to recover, and you should use that motivation for what it is. What helped me was thinking, what do I want to do in life? So I knew that I wanted to be an elite athlete, and not having strong bones was enough for me to be like, shit, I need to get this fixed. One thing you need to understand is that you can't get your period back without gaining weight and gaining fat. There is no other way, there's no fix to that other than just gaining weight, you know? It's so hard to say, just get help, just eat, but you need to figure that out for yourself and find enough motivation to recover. No one can do it for you. It's something that you have to decide for yourself. You need to listen to both mental and physical hunger, because having an eating disorder can mess up your hunger cues. I will talk about that in another video because I got more questions about that. But for me, I needed to listen to like all hunger signals and just eat as much as I could, because my hunger signals, they were like gone. They were very weird. Like the way I feel hunger is not really like in my stomach kind of thing. I start to get dizzy. There are different ways of feeling hunger, but it changed during my eating disorder. Getting chased out. Now it's just getting more and more echoey because I keep changing locations because of people. I hope you like this video. If you have questions, leave them down below. And like if you like this kind of content. Have a nice day. Be a bed.